as well as Caroline and Cloister itself.
Okay, when creating our homepage, we wanted to make it something that not only drew potential attendees in, we wanted to keep them coming back. And so we did this by creating a homepage that was ever-changing and interactive. And there's also, throughout the website, there's various interactive elements. So the first thing that you guys see is our news feed. And the great part about the news feed is that it has news and updates only about Caroline and Cloister and about the Charlottesville 2.0 event in particular. And it has past news feeds. So you can go back, if someone's new to the website, they can see what's been going on in the past, not just the most recent update. And right now, the first thing we have on our news feed is an example of our weekly challenge program. And the idea behind the weekly challenges is to create little challenges that the attendees of the event will do that will get them involved with us and with social media long before the event comes around in February. And so for the first one, our weekly challenge number 1 is for each company to go to our forums, and they need to register on our forums and create a post. And so the Charlottesville 2.0 forums are a way for us to track the progress of the attendees of the event, see how involved they are, and see how they're doing with their knowledge of social media. And we're going to do this by, we can watch what kind of questions are being asked, how the companies are interacting in the forums, what kind of answers they're giving each other, and by the different data we're going to ask for them through our various weekly challenges that they can post there, so they can kind of brag almost about, oh, well, this is how well our website's doing. So they get to do that, and we get to see how they're doing. So I'd also like to talk about our About tab. And because our the About tab, the purpose of this is to show why Caroline and Cloister fills a unique niche in its business area. And the main reason why it's so special is because of its founder, Paul Harper. And so in this section, we wanted to give a little bit of information about why he's so unique and why it makes the company so special. Because there's not any that we found companies that are ran, this kind of company, social media consulting companies that are ran by a graduate of Darden and who is also pursuing his PhD. And another really important part of this section is the videos that are linked to. These are videos of Paul and other blogs that show the many facets of his life. So you get to see him doing keynote speeches and running panel discussions. And this is great because they get to see him in action and see why he's so great in this part. It's also good, you can go back. Okay, cool. And so it also demonstrates, we wanted to talk about Caroline and Cloister, the company, even though we are focusing on the event. And this is a brief overview about the company, so you get an idea of the company. And for those people that are not attending the actual Charlottesville 2.0 event, we want them to be able to contact us, and so that in the future we know who they are and we know what they're looking for. And now I'm going to pass it over to Crystal, who's going to discuss some of our partnerships.
Caroline and Cloister is very lucky in respect that we have some very legitimate potential partnerships underway. Currently, we do not have semi-solidified at this moment. However, when we were working as a team, we did a lot of work with City of Charlottesville and UVA procurement. William Cooper, who is Director of Supplier Diversity at UVA procurement, was a great assistance to us through his knowledge, and his job had access to that we used that was beneficial for us, so that we could better reach each entrepreneur who could mostly benefit from Charlottesville 2.0. Further, Maurice Jones, who is city manager of Charlottesville, also we did a lot of work with him, and he was assisting us with our venue selection. Both William and Maurice were a great assistance to our team in that we guaranteed that our entrepreneurs' needs would be satisfied by our objective.
Hi, I'm Zachary Ahmed. I'm going to be talking tonight about how we chose to implement social media in our promotional strategy. First of all, why use social media at all? One of the main things is that it provides a very easy metric for measuring the progress of our company. You can track how many likes you have on Facebook, how many followers you have on Twitter, and how many subscribers you have on YouTube. With that in mind, there were two main things that we had to consider when constructing our social media campaign. The first being connectivity. We wanted to make sure we could reach the entrepreneurs that we're trying to reach, and we wanted to make sure that they stayed connected once we did reach out to them. Secondly, we also wanted to make sure that our social media strategy served as an example for the entrepreneurs when they started constructing their own social media strategy. To that end, we kind of sectioned off some of our social media channels and explained what exactly we're trying to do with each one. For example, with Facebook. Facebook is primarily the channel through which we can communicate the latest happenings at Caroline Cloister. We have a post announcing the web release party tonight. We have pictures, and we expect to also post upcoming events on the Facebook page. On the other hand, Twitter. Twitter is more about connecting articles on social media as an industry and getting that information to the entrepreneurs so that they can kind of try and optimize their own internet usage. We're really trying to become sort of a hub where the entrepreneurs would come to find their information, and we're also trying to make it a place where they can connect with each other and sort of crowdsource that way. Thirdly, we have the YouTube channel, which currently does not have videos on it, except for some that are linked from Paul's channel. But this is definitely, you'd expect to see a lot of YouTube videos once the event actually happens. We want to try and get video testimonials of participants. We also probably want to show snippets of the class in action so that people could get an idea of how the social media bootcamp would work. So that covers it with social media. Lastly, I'd like to just talk about our team. Again, it's Raysham, Crystal, Jack, and Erica, and myself and Zach. We're really proud of our website, and we'd love it if you would like us on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot. And we hope you all get a chance to check it out on your time. And yeah, if you want to learn more about us as individuals, there are bios.